Hey up, bit of a strange start to a video for me this. It's now I've done the walk that I were on, I'm going to actually change what the theme of this video was. So I was going exploring Pool Edge Quarry, Pool Hill, the Snowstone, which is one of the stanza stones around the Marsden area, and I'm going to talk about why I were interested in this and how I got interested in it. I'm not. What I'm going to talk about today is how quickly the weather can change in the Peak District, how easy it is to get caught out. We're transitioning from summer into autumn now. Feels like today we're almost going straight into winter. So I wanted to talk about that. So watch through. I'll show you a little bit of the adventure that I've done, the walk, and a bit, but there's very little footage because the conditions have been so bad. And then at the end, there's a little hut that I can pile into. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to talk to you about just, a few general pointers, how I feel in terms of, what I should have done, and maybe a couple of people might, listen to a few recommendations that I've got. So I'll let's see the little adventure, and then I'll catch up with you at end. It's a bit like Krypton Factor this. That to get over the wall and then straight over this thing. There we go. Oh. I've got to be honest, it looks quite boggy. But we're alright with that. Oh. There we go, we're down. Hey up. How are we going? Oh, it's a mixed bag today weather-wise. I don't know whether it's blazing sunshine. 3 minutes ago it was raining. Right windy 5 minutes ago. Then no hardly any wind now, just a gentle breeze. Don't really know what's going on with it. Anyway, let's get moving, and I'll tell you a bit more about what we're on with today. So this circular structure just in front of us, and this one just to the left of us as well, they're both like tunnel shafts to let out the, I don't know, gases or steam or whatever's down there. And we pretty much are directly above the stand edge tunnels now, which is quite interesting. I'm going to have a look at this little hut to us right before we continue our way up to the edge. Oh, we've got a nice little track here actually. We may follow this up. Let's have a look first. Down here. Well, it's a bit messed up with litter, but you can get in it. It's a little bit of a leaking roof, but doesn't smell too bad neither. So I've no idea what this would have been used for. It's a nice little spot to take a little bit of refuge from that wind that's just attacked us for the last, a couple of minutes. We've got a belting view out here, and I'll show you. Sound job that. See that bubbling? That's because we are directly above tunnel. That's a little hole through, and there's air or gas escaping from tunnel below us. That's what that little bubbling is there. Excellent. You just see it emitting some steam or some, I don't know what actually is down there. That's quite an impressive sight. So I'm going to take this track up here directly past this shaft. I was going to go straight up there, but it looks a bit rough. I get more steps in this way as well, even if it's not as harsh an incline. So I thought I'd just go this way. See now, glorious sunshine. Sun's out. You can instantly feel it. It's pretty warm when there's no wind and not like cloud. So I'm going to walk up here anyway and see what we discover. I'm right up against this shaft now. It's a good 18 foot tall. It's, you know, 3 of me or something. Obviously doing its job. It's just starting to rain. Oh, I've got up onto that edge and it's windy and a bit rough up here. I'm going to try and get over to the summit. It looks about to be half a mile down there, but I've only come for a quick jaunt and I've only got my hoodie with me. So I might end up getting a bit too wet and cold and I might look for it for another day. But we'll see how we go on. I'm going to say rain's been on and off all day, so it might get up in 5 minutes. We'll just have a see though. That's where I walked up there. Oh, it is windy up on this top. Just going to look overhead, so. I'd like to show you over that edge, but it's just too windy and I'm not risking going so close to it. But I do kind of wish I'd have knocked them up on top now. Oh dear me. Oh. But it looks glorious down there. Oh, it's a bit rough up here. Just trying to shelter from wind a little. Very close to the summit. I'm going to carry on. It's alright this wind actually, you certainly don't get too hot. So it's keeping me quite fresh. I'm a little cold though, but going back down it's only going to take me 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So we're going to get to the summit, Pool Hill. And I'll talk to you on the way back. Well, I'll have a little chat up at the actual summit. We're only about, I think probably about 100 metres away, in 12 metres of elevation, something like that. So I'll talk to you soon. Oh dear, look out, weather's changed. That sun that we set off in. Oh, gonna get some nice views up here though if I beat the mist up. Anyway, I think the little plinth in front of me is the summit. Certainly looks like it could be. Oh, and these are them views I talked about. So this is summit of Pool Hill. This little concrete marker. It's right at the high point. Redbrook Reservoir there. Oh, it's that windy, I can't even speak. Oh, let's get that summit back and get back off of here. Dear me. Excellent Pool Hill summit. Oh, some more Heritage Trail. Oh, here we go. Back down to his little shelter. Let's take a little bit of respite in here. Oh, so it won't weigh up. It's not very pleasant. There's a bit of litter, but it's dry and it's good for a little chat. Alright, so then that were a bit wild up there, weren't it? So I think you saw that I got caught well out with weather there. Well and truly snookered up top. So we didn't get to have a look around. We didn't get to explore the quarry. We didn't get to see the stands of stone. We didn't get a good look off the edge and the wonderful views that hill provides. So I think I'd say 3 things firstly about in terms of like coming out at the moment. So firstly, it's no longer summer, is it? You know, we are transitioning from summer into autumn, possibly even into winter if you look at conditions like that. So get your winter kit back out. Extra pair of socks, gaiters, gloves. You know, I I ain't had me thicker socks, I ain't had any base layers, and I've got a t-shirt and my summer hoodie with me today. No hat, no gloves, no snood. What else am I missing? I got my trekking poles. They do help. Oops. They do help in slightly worse ground conditions. Luckily, the ground don't get too bad today. It's not too bad. But you know, I've still carrying my summer kit. I ain't got my waterproof jacket or anything. So you know, completely caught out today. Luckily, I'm suffered and you know, no ills come of it. But I definitely could have been better prepared. So gear-wise, you know, make some wise choices. Point number 2 I'd make is I had an option numerous times then to turn back round. It were a very linear route that I were on. I knew I could get off the hill quite easy, quite good paths, and I know the way, so I chose not to. But if you're not, I'm reasonably confident, also a bit stupid as well. So, you know, if you're not quite as confident in the hills, if you're not familiar with the route, if you kind of maybe don't fully know where you're going or whatever, the safest options: turn back, go back to your car, back to your house. The hill, the cave, the trail that you are on will be there another day. You can come back, you can have another go, but there's only one of you, so kind of keep yourself safe and, you know, make sensible decisions. And point number 3 is that, you know, I didn't have any extra gear with me. I usually carry me little, I call it a self-care kit, I don't call it a first aid kit, because there's so little, it's only any good for treating minor injuries, plasters and a few paracetamols. So I didn't have that with me, but I didn't have my knife with me, I didn't have, I don't know what that would come in for, if I'm honest with you, but in there is a compass, you know, and that's, if you roughly know where you are, and at least, even if you've not got a map, a compass will work no matter what weather. So if you know, like for example, a classic example, I always say to people, if you're up on Kinder Scout, for example, in Peak District, if you've got a compass and you get lost, no map, no phone signal, let's say phone ring, just head south. You will hit the edge path, and you will either then get to Jacob's Ladder or to Edale. Either way, you can get yourself off a Kinder reasonably easily if you've got a compass. Now, that sounds like a massively arrogant statement. I'm not saying don't take a map. I'm not saying don't be responsible. But it is like the basic of basicest. You know, the doggy doers hit the fan, and you need some kind of plan. Well, at least carry a compass and have a semi idea of which way you would go, even just using the compass. I ain't brought a drink with me, I ain't got any food if all would have gone wrong and I was stuck up there. You know, a little bit of sustenance never hurts. A couple of when I know I'm out walking for day or whatever, I do carry a couple of flapjacks, and sometimes bring me a little stove with me so I can at least get a warm drink and stuff. And as I said, another gear fail, not just clothing fail, but didn't have any of that with me. And you know, what can you do? I did check the weather forecast before I came, and you know, when we first pulled up, it was quite sunny. It was quite good, and you know, that's the punishing Peak District for you. You know, out of nowhere can come that weather, and there's no you can do about it. There are a lot of factors you can control. Like I said, the gear that you carry, a bit of food, your clothing, you know, your decision making. You never, just reliance on your own skills. You know, even that's a factor. But you can't predict that weather, and you can get caught out. So it's better to be prepared. I hope some of these points have possibly coming useful for to a few people, even if it's just like a little reminder that, you know, kind of to quote the Starks, winter is coming, and you know, swap over from your summer loadouts to your winter packs, your winter kit. Because I think I'd have been a lot more comfortable today. I got a bit cold up top. Wind were quite punishing. I checked mountain forecast and it said that this area is having 27 mile an hour winds with 39 mile an hour gusts. Well, it felt like it up there. You know, I've only got a little t-shirt on and a little hoodie. I've no waterproof. So, you know, it's absolutely smashing it down with rain again. I don't know if you can see that, but belting it down with rain again. And I've only got 500 metre back to my vehicle, but I'm going to get wet because, again, I'm not prepared. So hopefully it's been helpful. You know, we'll explore this area in a proper video in future. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I've been a moron. Don't take, you know, don't do what I did. Be responsible and look after yourselves, guys. Laters, dudes. A little disclaimer, I've just watched some footage back from when I were up top. And it don't actually look that bad. But I did kind of only film on some of the less extreme windy bits. I certainly didn't film in any heavy rain. You can possibly see from colour of my clothes how wet I am and how drenched I've got. So yeah, it's not been brilliant, but you know, here we go anyway. We'll have a watch.